guys, Jessica here with Curious Kitty, and so I wanted to say thank you to everybody who is joining me live and everybody who's going to be watching the replay of this. Today we are going to talk about making your vet visits fear-free for your cats, and this also works with small dogs. So fear-free is kind of a term that recently a lot of veterinarians have been using, and they're trying to, more and more veterinarians are getting on kind of this bandwagon of making their visits fear-free. And I'm sorry, I should have started with this. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jessica with CuriousKitty.com, and it is my goal to provide you with all of the best information for your pet's health, their safety, and for just all around, pet nutrition, pet health, pet safety, anything that I can help you with your pets. So thank you for being here live today, and when the video is over, don't forget to hit that live subscribe button so you'll be notified the next time I go live. So again, today we're going to talk about fear-free visits to the veterinarian for your cats, and this also works with small dogs. So I'm betting that if you have ever taken a pet, especially a cat or like I said, a small dog too, to the veterinarian, it has gone something like this. You got the carrier out, they immediately ran away from you. You're running around the house trying to capture them, and it's not working out. If you have a cat, they're probably jumping and climbing and getting on the tops of your refrigerator and cabinets, and you can't reach them, you can't get to them, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got 15 minutes to get to the vet. What am I going to do? So we need to start with understanding that this whole experience is difficult for your cat. So just first off, from the anxiety that you have, that your cat is feeding off of that. So we want to start out with being calm. Anything that changes in the environment that your cat is, if they're not used to it, it's going to freak them out. They're going to be on high alert. And I bet you've noticed this. You're like, what can I do about this? So what we need to do, first off, is remain calm. You need to remain calm so that your cat remains calm. And the next thing we need to do is understand that your cat doesn't like their carrier. And why don't they like their carrier? It's because you haven't given them an opportunity to like their carrier. The only time they see their carrier is when you're chasing them around the house, trying to pick them up, shoving them inside of their carrier, taking them, whisking them off in a car ride, which a lot of cats get car sick. You may not know this, but most cats actually get car sick. It's not natural for an animal to be riding in an automobile any more than it's natural for us to be riding in an automobile, but we've kind of conditioned ourselves to do it. They haven't. So, and then they go to a veterinarian's office, and there are all these strange sounds and smells and other animals, and they're just a little freaked out, and understandably so. So I see a few people are joining in, so if you didn't get to the very beginning of this video, you can always watch it from the top. Once it's done being live, it'll be on the news feed, and you can rewatch it from the beginning, so you can start in with me from the beginning. But so what we want to do first, before you ever take your cat to the veterinarian, you want to put their carrier in a place that they're comfortable. So maybe it's in the corner of your living room or the corner of your bedroom, depending on where your cat likes to hang out. Put the carrier in that space, in that area, open. And don't force your cat to get in it. Don't sit next to the carrier and try to coax them in it. Just leave it there. Let them get used to it for a day or two, and then you want to start every day, put a treat inside the carrier. One of their favorite treats. If they have something that they really, really like, put one of their favorite treats inside of the carrier every single day. And your cat is going to eventually they're going to see you put that treat in the carrier, they're going to wait a while. They're going to go and investigate. They're going to see that there's a treat in there. Probably the first day or even the second day, they're just going to barely put a paw in, get that treat, and immediately run back out. And that's okay. So you just want to do this every day, put a treat inside the carrier. And once you notice that your cat is getting more comfortable getting inside of the carrier and getting that treat, maybe they're actually eating the treat inside of the carrier and not running out with it to eat it. Start going up when your cat is in the carrier and giving them more treats. So you're rewarding them. You're saying, you know, this is a good place. This is a comfortable place for you. This is a safe place for you. And just keep doing that over and over every day, and your cat is going to become more and more comfortable there. Eventually, they'll be hanging out there. I have different crates, like big dog crates, that I use for different things, and I tend to keep them set up because I have found, it was the weirdest thing, I didn't expect it, I found that my cats were just sleeping in them at night. And you know, I leave the doors open and they have, you know, comfy bedding inside, and I find my cats in them all the time, so I just leave them there. And, you know, I do the same thing with the carriers. So your cat is eventually going to become, associate the carrier with those treats and understanding that it's not a bad place to be, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you to get your cat inside the carrier when you need to take them to the veterinarian. So that's the first step. The second step is going to be more along the lines, you know, a physical thing. So they make pheromones, and I think Feliway is a good one, and there are some other ones. I think Jackson Galaxy also has some pheromones. I tend to keep pheromone diffusers plugged in. I have a multi-cat household, and I just find that it helps keep them calmer, and I find that they argue less and things like that. Veterinarians who practice a fear-free environment will often have these diffusers plugged in at each of their in their main office, in their lobby, and in each of their exam rooms. And you can talk to your veterinarian about that, see which one they recommend, and make sure that they are using it also in their space. That's going to help, because those pheromones are designed to calm your animal, whether it be a cat or a dog. That's what they're designed for. So ask them what they recommend, and ask them what they recommend not only in diffuser form, but in liquid form, because you can take those pheromones and just place a little bit on the bottom of the carrier before you put any bedding or lining into the carrier. And that's also going to help your cat to remain calm while they're in their carrier. So the next step is going to be to, you know, put items inside of their carrier, a blanket, or even a t-shirt of yours that hasn't been washed, into the bottom of their carrier, so that they have familiar smells when they're in their carrier. And this is going to be especially important, not for getting them inside of their carrier, but for them to be more comfortable when they're actually at the veterinarian's office. So prepare ahead of time. You're going to want to bring items that smell like you, that smell like your home. So a blanket or a t-shirt, anything like that. Their favorite treats, and maybe even one or two of their favorite toys. And have those with you when you're at the veterinarian's office, because you understand when you get there, your cat is freaked out. There are all of these different smells and sounds. There are animals, there are people they don't know. It is not a comfortable place for your cat to be. So the more you can have with you, with your cat, that is a comfortable thing, like the smells and sounds, you know, talk to them, be vocal with them, talking directly to them, keeping their attention on you instead of all of the noises around them. That's going to help. And another thing you can do to make sure that your cat is taking the treats when you're at the veterinarian's office is not to feed your cat for a couple of hours prior to your vet visit. So when you get there, they're more responsive to you. They're going to take the treats, which is good because that's a positive reinforcer that you want to have at the veterinarian's office, and you want to make sure that they are taking those treats. So don't feed them for a couple of hours. It's also going to help with the car sickness. They won't have anything in their stomach to throw up, which is really good. So it's going to help them with the car sickness and the drive on the way to and from the veterinarian's office. So these are things that you can do immediately to start helping your cat prepare and make your visits fear-free, and that is the ultimate goal, because we love our pets. I know you do. I know I do. They're my children. So anything that I can do to reduce stress in their life, to make things more easy for them, I'm going to do it. And this is a really important step, because you never know when you're gonna have to go to the veterinarian's office, and you could have an emergency, and you don't want to be running around trying to catch your cat, especially if they're already hurt or sick, you know, or injured in some way. You don't want them running away from you and hiding in you know, the top of the cabinets and on top of the refrigerator. You don't want that. So go ahead and start implementing these things now in your life, in your cat's life, to make things easier for you. Even if you don't have a vet visit planned anytime soon, go ahead and start this. Try this, get that carrier down, and get your cat used to being in that carrier and understanding that it is a positive place and not a negative place. So I hope that all of the information in this video is going to help somebody out there. So please share this with your friends and family, and comment. I really want to know what you're doing. If there's something that maybe I missed, let me know what you're doing. And let me know if these things are working for you. So just, you know, comment in the video, and I am on Facebook. I will reply to your comments. If you have any questions, I will reply to those too. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like my Curious Kitty Facebook page. And again, just share and comment and subscribe. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time.